Alright, so last time we played, we did a couple of attempts at the final boss. Oh look, they're all sitting in the main room. Since then, off stream, I've just been farming runs and maxing out the stuff for achievements and for making stronger. Also, maxing out all the family members, again for achievements and getting the family buffs and stuff, making stronger. There was a couple of story items too that I guess the devs thought maybe you wouldn't clear it. You would take several attempts with each character to get through a zone, which some people will. That's fine. The other thing too is maybe they thought that you would take each character through each of the zones and level up that way. Like when you get a new level 1 character, you'd take them to the first zone, whereas we would just take them into whatever zone we'd been in because the experience gain is so high and they would catch up really quickly. And because of that, but there was a lot. Like I had to do some of the lower level zones, like especially in Baharat. I had to sort of go back and forth between these two, I think, just to find these story events in the behind the blue shields. But we got them all done, and now we're ready to go. And the melee boys, when they got to higher levels, they got chunky. They got so many hit points. They just run around cleaving everything. They were so fast to clear. So I can understand, especially like Joey and John, they just clear out so quick. But Alex and Mark also, just it's not quite AoE, not quite cleaving, but there's a fair bit of sort of multi-hitting. So they're quick as well. But I still think we're going to go in and we're going to have an attempt with Lucy. We've got to put some skills on Lucy too, so I'll have to quickly check what we're going to put those in. But we'll do that from the main fight. And then hopefully we'll get a cool, nice finish. I seem to be in an industrial district. That's okay. We'll do the things here. I'm going to put her in. I think this one, that costs 3 points. Yeah, and that prevents her from death. Okay. Just return home from there. And not have fatigue. Okay. Alright, let's see how we go in the RNG. We've got a melee companion who does some stunnage. We have a vortex that pulls enemies in. And we have a healer. Okay. Not bad.
Upon the throne, the mountain god U himself, without Rheadane's love, the darkness had swollen inside him, consuming and uncontainable.
Alright, U. It's me and you. Dude's gonna do much here.
And without Rheadena's love, jealousy would swallow her children.
Pick up the yards. How long we single fire him if there's going to be multiple phases here.
Heavy as iron and difficult to breathe in, the air burned their lungs. It was pitch black. The light meant protection and hope. And the Bergsons had to rescue the others as well. The darkness weighed heavily upon the hero, who knew that these final steps were to be taken shoulder to shoulder.
Nice little encounter as well. This would be where it would be much better being probably one of any of the other characters.
There it was. The protection of another light. 2 more Bergsons found, but they all were still in danger from the darkness. The rest of the family had to be saved.
It's like doing a delve. I can't go fast. Stay in the light, exile. We're playing as 1. We saved 2. We saved 3 and 4, so 2 more to save. Okay.
And yet another light fending off the darkness. For now, time was short and haste was needed. The final battle was nearing its end. The Bergsons knew that this was the final step. Love must prevail over hatred. The Supreme One, master of all and master of nothing. His greatest fear was made absolute. He was left alone. Left alone to his misery and failure, to the unending cycle of despair and pain. He wished for its end, wished to bathe in an eternal darkness. Mercy prevailed as the wheel had turned back to kindness. That which was expelled from the heart returned. All the time apart melting away, along with all the pain, all the sadness, and all the misery. Land met sky, two became one. Love ignited rapture as innocence flooded the space between breaths. Happiness and curiosity weaved, mixed, and tangled in a dance, a millennium in coming. As the one ascended, but will never leave, our family looked upon the mountain and land over which they were given ward. A family left exhausted was now more complete than before. A god once stricken with grief was now whole. And a land once cast into chaos was now left in serene balance. As the story comes to its conclusion, remember this. When the time spent in this land is looked back upon, when daring feats are recited along with victories and defeats, remember that it was not a tale of heroes or villains, nor of good and evil, but one of family, and above all else, a tale of love. Go now, Guardian, and never forget.
That's pretty cool. Morning, Baby Tech. Hey, Minnie, how you doing? Overall, I like the game. It was good. And we got all the achievements.